Hello again. I promised you that I'd make a second video about my Makita table saw once I'd done the sliding addition to it, which I now have. So I've used 2020 rails, and underneath that I've got carriages with wheels. I've actually got 4 of those attached to the bottom. It actually turns out that if you use the existing screw holes in the bed here, that the 2020 bars fit exactly correctly, so that you can attach the carriages to the original deck that came with the Makita table saw, and everything kind of fits together. I've used M5 bolts and it just kind of fitted together, and it's almost as if it was designed that way. I have a hard time believing it, but it's almost as if it is. So now I've got my fence and I've got my sliding table, so I'll show you that in action now. So it stops at the end, then moves nicely along and goes off the far side of the table and stops again. So I've now got a nice sliding table. These bars are solid, they're not going anywhere. I've got 3 screws in this one, I've got 2 screws in this one, and as you can see I've attached legs with wheels at the end as well, just with a crossbar of aluminium and some what the Polish call farmerski screws, which are attaching metal to wood, so they're ideal for this situation. In addition to that, I've added a little feature to the fence at the back here. I don't know if you can see that, but I've added 2 millimeters of foam to the horizontal bar that locks the fence into position. This means that now fence is a little difficult to slide, but it's okay. But once it locks down, it is not going anywhere. I cannot move that. I move the whole table before I move the fence. So this is now completely solid. And lastly, of course, we've got the bar here, the aluminium bar, which I showed you last time on the guide here. It's not, I'll show you that it's not ideal. So if I take it out here, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a bit of movement. That's quite a lot of movement on that aluminium bar. I haven't worked out exactly why. I'll have to fix that. Looks like it just needs shimming in some way, this device. But the nice thing is, compared to the previous system that came with it, there's absolutely no sideways movement. So that bar is not going anywhere. It fits very precisely into the side here. So that's good. Once again, I've discovered that this is a slightly different size to this. So the aluminium bar fits much better in here, much tighter than it does in here, just by, I don't know, a few hundredths of a millimeter, but it makes a difference. But that's it. So the question was, should you buy a Makita table saw? I think if you're prepared to put in quite a bit of work to it, which I have, and I'm not finished yet, you will get a very good saw out of it. It is a very powerful motor. I've got an Axminster special blade attached here, and I get very nice cuts now. If you're not prepared to do that, then spend your money and buy something better. But this is a really good value for money saw, because it gets poor reviews. And the reason it gets poor reviews is the physical parts of the system, not the engine and not the cutting. So here we have a good solution with a sliding table that actually extends the functionality of the original and gives us a high quality table. Thank you very much.